So it's already gone live. So like I says, Hanamura, you probably won't see play. Like I says, because of how difficult the first choke is to get with regards to that, and that would be what I would imagine most teams will be banning with regards to 2 CPs.
Yeah, so
no one likes playing Hana.
Dorado and Hanamura have been banned so far.
Yeah.
And Ilios gets taken out. So I don't think we're going to see a lot of capture points. I mean, it's never been really the go-to maps for pretty much anyone in sort of high-level competitive play. You do see them a couple of times, and we have seen them be kind of pivotal sometimes, but in general, it just feels like they haven't, and they don't really want to touch it. They're much more comfortable going for that objective-based, move forward, get the objective, move forward, get the objective, which from an attacking perspective, to me, seems intelligent, because you don't need to have that consistent front line. You just need to wait for your ults to charge, go in, wait for your ults to charge, go in, and take it inch by inch kind of thing.
Yeah, I think like you said, we'll see there are a lot of load maps with regards to it. Like there goes Volsky now. So it's just going to be a case. I think, like you said, it's hybrid will probably be second priority, but I think apart from Dorado, which is at the moment the only payload map to be denied, we could possibly just see Dorado and payload and hybrid maps, but we'll have to see. Oh, it goes Route 66, so it looks like my predictions are being blown out of the water.
I think we might see Kingstar and Watchpoint, but my call is Numbani. That's my call. I'm gonna throw a curveball in there and think Iconvol's gonna get taken out.
Yeah, most teams don't like to play Iconvolt because of how tight that first point is.
I'm expecting some curveballs from SilvaLife.
I mean,
I wouldn't. No offense to the guys that are playing. Yeah, just watching the guys in Twitch chat commenting, they're quite amused that you're analysing their picks and bans, because they've never been through a map draft before. So, so there may not be much in terms of I think this is going to be a bit more, we like that map, it's pretty and shiny.
I mean,
fair enough.
Sometimes it can work though. Playing a map that I personally did it to a few tournaments where we were just like, what maps do we like to play? And it was just a case of, okay, we'll play those maps because we know we like to play those maps. So it helps with everything, and you have a sort of idea of the type of process you need to do to take the point, or what heroes you want to be playing to take the point. It seems that now King of the Hill's being taken care of as well.
So it's definitely hybrid maps.
I think we are definitely going to be seeing hybrid.
Well, I mean, there's no other option. It's
it's definitely the case of we've got 4 hybrid maps left. So
exactly, yeah.
You might be right with your Temple prediction.
Temple does go out. Oh yeah, actually, I might be right with Numbani. I'm quite happy with that. There we go. I got it.
Yay! I'm in King's Row and Gibraltar.
Exactly. There we go. So now we just decide in the order. So what's going to happen is first ban gets played first, and then the next ban gets played next, and then the map that's left over gets played last. So I'm imagining King's Row is going to slot in there, or is it? Or they could just let it time out and go random. To wait and see. Okay, so Watchpoint Gibraltar are going to be picked up first. So that's the first map that they're going to jump into, and then it's going to be the decision of OG Blossy as to which map comes next, King's Row or Numbani. I'm guessing King's Row. I mean, Numbani seems to be... oh, no. They do, in fact, pick Numbani. So we are going to see Watchpoint Gibraltar and Numbani, certainly. And maybe King's Row if SilvaLife managed to equalise against Blossy.
I think we're just... the draft is sorted. I think we're just waiting for invites so that we can get ready to spectate with regards to that.
All right, I think we are just going to go to a quick break and get right back to you with the game, so don't go anywhere. First map is coming up on Watchpoint Gibraltar.
Perfect, one of my favourites.
Oh, no, 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 no!
Gaming doesn't have to be like this. Are those tears? You need a machine that can keep up with you. The new Omen X. those hours of training are about to pay off. Don't rage quit. Get the Omen X. Dominate the game.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the EGX Road to EGX Overwatch tournament here. We're ready to get into our first match between OG Blossy Squad and SilvaLife. I'm Jay, and joining me is 2 rounds to take us through this first matchup here.
Yeah, so Gibraltar, like one of my favourite maps to play and spectate now. So, like since we have OG Blossy Squad and SilvaLife, they are both, relatively new to the game, or some are relatively new. I think SilvaLife. It'll be interesting to see what team comps we see, and we may just see like your standard 2-2-2, or we may see dive. So, or even triple DPS if we're lucky. So I'm interested to see what the outcome will be, or what their thought process will be, or how they tackle the map against OG. I believe we have OG Blossy Squad on the defense first and SilvaLife on the attack. So when like I says, once we get into the game, we'll be able to see the hero picks and see what they make of it.
Yeah, so OG Blossy Squad versus Team SilvaLife. We were hearing a couple of interesting things before we got started here with the broadcast today about one of these teams. I believe it was SilvaLife. So we have a bit of information about that, but I got to ask you, with what we know about them, are we like kind of leaning more towards OG Blossy Squad to win this one? And if so, are we going to be predicting like 2-1, 2-0s, very quick sweeps here in our first match?
I think with what we've heard on SilvaLife, I mean, it's kind of ranging, I would say, between mid-plat to low low gold. And OG Blossy Squad, I couldn't really find anything. I know there's a lot of people that a lot of players on there that are liking to play DPS, so we could see something crazy like all teams DPS. But I would say, hopefully, we see something like 2-1. Get their worth and see who can push who to a breaking point. But it's hard to tell with teams that either just thought, oh, let's do it for the fun, or teams that are well established. I would expect to see something that's a 2-0 against them, but this one, I would say 2-1.
Here we are getting into this one now. Here we go. Watch Point Gibraltar will be our first map in our series. Of course, you guys were seeing the vetoes earlier on. So, here we go. I don't actually have my team overlays for this one at the moment, so I can't actually see who's on what team. I do believe that's OG Blossy Squad starting things off on attack. Or is that defense? Yes, that is attack.
No, SilvaLife. SilvaLife is attack because SilvaLife are red. OG Blossy Squad will be defending. From what I can see on here, looking at the picks, we may be looking at a death ball from SilvaLife with regards to everything, and OG Blossy Squad going straight out damage with the Mercy Pharah or the Mercy Bastion combo. So this should definitely be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how they deal with the Bastion, because Bastion will melt through Ryan's shield. So I think at first port of call they'll have to focus the Mercy and then the Bastion by looks of things. But it'll definitely be interesting to see how they deal with it. I believe, looking at Blossy Squad, they're holding the high ground right next to the orb. So it's pretty standard defense from OG Blossy. I'm surprised not to see any Ryan on the OG on OG Blossy Squad, but
here we go. It's going to be straight out on towards the payload. Lots of damage being done by Megatech, doing some good work on towards some of the shields of the Reinhardt over on the attacking side. But he's going to go aggressive for his own right here, just going charging on through this. Torbjorn with a hook, and he will go down pretty nicely. And just like that, the DPS coming in, Evan with a nice triple kill, and already 3 go down. The defensive shots are just coming out, and there's nothing that's going for him. He's going to find himself almost a quad. Toxic Waffle will come through and take himself at least a couple. Try shut down the defensive a little bit. But so far, overall, a good hold coming in from OG side.
Good hold, but they haven't noticed Pepsi on the payload until now. And Pepsi's been able to push the payload underneath the archway. And the OG Blossy squad seems to be quite split up at the moment. It's allowed the SilvaLife to regroup and get through. It's nice to see Toxic Waffle focusing Farah, try and keep her out of the air.
Alright, now they are just kind of grouping up on towards this point here, all 5 players. There is one setting up a backstab coming on through, and so far Terrakin's just going to do as much as he can. He is going to get taken down by a Toxic Waffle. And right now he has got himself out, his visor out, just trying to get as much damage into Megatech as he can, because Megatech is just trying to run for the hills and try to defend himself. He wants to get himself down out towards the point to try and defend it, spraying away, getting as much damage he can onto Toxic Waffle, but he will get hooked right there by Kim Jong-win, who will just about push him away and get themselves back control of this payload. A good push coming out, and so far from these guys, they are just kind of making slow progress on through. Megatech will come through with 2 nice kills.
Again, it's Pepsi on the payload. They don't seem to be noticing him when he gets onto the payload, so they're not focusing, which is allowing the SilvaLife to make a lot of progress.
And take a look at our ulti pool here on the defensive side. All 6 ultimates are out, so this may just be a chaotic defensive that will come through. Here comes Hammer Down coming on through, and there's Justice raiding from above. Good barrage coming on through from Terrakin. He's only going to be able to get 1, but so far the defensive is actually going to work out to their favour. Pepsi's trying to do as much as he can to stay alive, and it will be the heal coming in from Long John. But so far, even then, the defensive coming out as Megatech's also got himself a good ulti. Not going to happen so far. Still lots of work to be done for the offensive side, but they have got themselves at least a little bit more control of this payload.
Even with the ult economy in OG Blossy squad side, I think the usage from the Reinhardt, and which was the Redstones and Long John. Long John's already at nearly 50% ult, and with the tempo race, what they performed earlier. And it does look like OG Blossy squad have burned through all the ults just to clear them off the point in that last move.
Yeah, good hold coming in so far. They will start to push the payload back from the OG side of things.
I think we'll probably see Kaneke and Toxic Waffle maybe using their ults in this next team fight. Probably Kaneke diving to the back row and clearing off a couple of the supports, the Anna and Simon from Child of North.
Oh, good hold coming on through, but it will be 2 going back down once again here. And they will start to clean things up as Thirdstone's going to be able to get himself 1 kill. Kaneki comes back with another frag as well. And he will just go aggressive, trying to push away Child of North here out towards the far angles. It will be the payload going past the second point as well. And so far, they will try and clean things up on the attacking side, just trying to get themselves out. It will be 1 kill that comes in from Child of North, but he's the only person holding with a Mercy coming on through. Will get himself out towards Samok. And just try
Battle Mercy coming in there from Child of North. But I think what possibly cost them that point, cost OG Blossy squad that point, was they burnt all their ults. They had 5 ults and they burnt them all just to get them off the point, which was, you know, really bad ults coming on their side. Like, see, Long John's already back at with the res, and Pepsi's now got Sound Barrier as well. Like I said earlier, Kaneke and Toxic Waffle did use their ults to clear off, and Toxic Waffle did go for the supports. They are working on the Reinhardt barrier quite well here, and they are constantly focusing those healers. Child of North does have the res on OG Blossy squad side, so I would imagine they've been looking just to hide and get off a tempo res. Pepsi comes in with the sound barrier and is keeping the SilvaLife alive currently.
Oh, here comes the nano boost coming on towards Evan with the visor. Will get hooked immediately and shut down in an instant. Just like that, King John Wee going to shut him out, and now it will be kills coming towards the favour of the attacking side. Here comes King John Wee with his own ultimate, just trying to get themselves and push them away from the defensive. They are going to get pushed away pretty hard, and now Evan is on the rotation trying to get himself back in. But look at this, they've completely cleaned things up. They're in towards the last point, and all he can really do is just do some sort of damage alongside Terrakin, who's just trying to hold things off. But look at this, it's just a payload approaching closer and closer. He will go down, and just like that, they're going to clean things up and take themselves all 3 points here in our opening half.
Yeah, you've got Toxic Waffle with good focus, I would say, just on SilvaLife's side. Like, they were constantly focusing the healers, then the Bastion, and then once that's gone, your damage is done, and you've got no support from the back, because they've already, you know, Kaneke and Toxic Waffle were just focusing the Anna and the Mercy on OG Blossy squad side. You know, Child of North probably was trying to get in a good place to hide, and Simon, it's all got 1 sleep on Kim Jong-un, But that's pretty much all that we saw from OG Blossy. I just think it was brilliant target focus from SilvaLife in that first half.
We're having a quick pause coming out, I do believe. Not sure why. Oh yeah, Megatech is down. So yeah, we will have a getting back in and we can run our second half. But yeah, a good start from the offensive side here.
Let's just controls.
Yeah, once again, just getting ourselves back into a matchup here. Quick tech cross. There it comes on through. So yeah, I think a great start.
No, definitely great start from SilvaLife. And confident to start off with regards to, I thought they put in a great performance personally. Like I says, it was that target. I was really thinking the Bastion would be able to melt through the Redstones' barrier and just clean up, because a Reinhardt and the Roadhog for a Bastion would be relatively easy targets, and then you move on to your Mercy. It just seems like I believe it was Metek on the OG Blossy squad. He just couldn't seem to follow up on the kills, and they took advantage of that on SilvaLife. And like I say, it's great focus by Toxic Waffle and Kaneke personally, and with the soundbar at the end on the Nano from Pepsi on the, which completely near enough negated the damage from Nano Visor. It was brilliant. Like I says, maybe SilvaLife will be the upset, Jay. Maybe SilvaLife will be the upset that we are looking for.
Maybe they could be. We were talking about how they probably aren't going to be the odds on to win this one. We were talking about how they're probably not set out to have themselves not set out to have themselves a decent shout in this particular tournament. But so far they're showing up pretty well. I think there is. I think there is a good chance for them. I have a feeling that we're going to see a little bit more interesting times coming out of them here in this matchup. We have got ourselves Megatech back in the server. So with any luck,
we are ready to go.
Yeah, with any luck, we should have ourselves back into this one.
So OG, like I said, and again, SilvaLife got done 4 minutes. Oh, sorry, not 4 minutes. 2:48 in the time bank for SilvaLife as well, which is pretty much a decent time. If this does go 3-3 and they can push OG Blossy squad to overtime, is near enough 3 minutes or 4 minutes, I believe they would get. Cause they would, I think, SilvaLife would get a bonus minute as well as OG Blossy squad getting a minute as well to perform the attack. And I think from what we've seen from SilvaLife, if it does go to overtime, that is, would be able to. I'm personally putting my money on SilvaLife at this point, but we'll see what OG Blossy squad are able to do with their attack.
My tactical visor is charging.
Well, SilvaLife will take defensives this time, and OG will have themselves a chance to try and get their attack defensive on the board. Let's have a look, see how SilvaLife set themselves out for the defensive, because at the first hurdle it kind of fell apart very quickly for the OG squad.
OG Blossy squad,
yeah. When they actually tried to take the high ground. In this case, it looks like they're going to be setting themselves up for the same thing on the SilvaLife side. So with a similar composition, it could end up getting broken very quickly. We will see. Yeah. Well, actually, yeah, pretty much the exact same setup coming through here.
Yeah, I think the only difference is really Megatech's on the McCree and we've got Kaneke on the Reaper. Probably feeling like, the Reaper's feeling a bit strong for Kaneke at the moment. I know he played a very good Genji at the time, but we'll be able to see what they can make of it on here. I see that we've got Kim Jong-wing looking for a sneaky hook on the stairwell from the payload, and you've got typical hold point on Gibraltar as well on the high ground. Meanwhile, you've already got, by the looks of it, Terken's barrier looking pretty low, and not being able to push it is all, just to the corner actually on Gibraltar.
Well, they will get themselves out a little bit of distance, and so far the defensive being unbroken. One kill I did come in for Toxic Waffle, I do believe, but now here we are, they're finally going to start to move very quickly on here. Kim Jong-ween, what is he doing right here?
Got that sneaky hook on Staven. It seems like Kim Jong-ween and Kaneke are teaming up to go round and flank from the left. It does seem like the defense is, the attack is pretty broken. They've just gone up to the top to push the, SilvaLife off the high ground and take the high ground for themselves first before they move any further. Terrican in with the charge on Long John and takes out the Mercy. Could that be the kill that we needed to get through?
Not so far.
It seems like the SilvaLife have held the defense pretty well on that, even after the Long John Ween getting taken out.
Oh, look at this. Kaneki's got himself up. A Death Blossom is at his ability. I think he's going to drop it and try using it. As it comes, it's going to be lots of kills going his way.
Oh,
4 kills, just
Kaneki.
shut the whole thing down. Kaneki, good play from him. I spotted it, and now he's just going to try and clean things up against D.Va on Staven, just getting absolutely destroyed. Next down, kills come through, and that is going to be all she wrote for that offensive.
Brilliant move from Kaneki there. I don't even think OG Blossy squad even noticed him teleport up to the bridge.
Well, Terrican's got himself aggressive once again. He's going to try to see if he can use that Earth Shatter. Here it comes, instant on through, charging out. Going to see if he can take down at least one good hit. Hooks on, actually really landing right here. There will be at least a little bit of damage being coming on through, but now she's up to the rest of the side to try and clean things up. Long John's going to go down to Evan, and he will try and trade it out, but so far it's just going to be the self-destruct sequence, trying to capture something here in all, just not working out. Kaneki's got himself straight aggressive in towards the fight once again, but on fire, not much going to be happening. It's going to be the offensive side still getting themselves at least a bit of a distance on the board here.
Definitely good defense coming out from SilvaLife's side on here. I think Kaneki with the Death Blossom from above is possibly really disturbed OG Blossy squad here. They are making a bit of a push now underneath the arch. It seems like Stefan's taking a bit of the brunt of the damage at the moment. They do seem a bit broken and a bit disturbed on OG Blossy squad's side. With regards to that, it looks like Kaneki is going for another flank. I think his teleport just missed the way he was intending it to go. Kaneki actually going down for probably the first time in this match. He does have Death Blossom again, so we could possibly be seeing a cheeky flank from Kaneki. Only one ult on the side of OG Blossy. They have sacked off the Rhine for an Orisa, possibly for the damage output, I would imagine. Looks like OG Blossy squad are making the best of the opportunity now to get the payload pushed as far as possible. Good 45 from Terrican there. Not really taking any damage, and I think D.Va absorbed most of Kaneki's ult there as well. They have been able to make the first point on the payload. Orisa does get, Terrican does get taken down, but again, the Long John does have the res. Only gets, I believe, one off the res on Long John's side. Looking, we've got revived there.
More self-destruct coming out from here from Staben. We'll be able to get
Yes,
one,
Kim Jong-un.
That's about it. Kim Jong-un does go down there. I'm going to try and see if they can still push on through. They've still got to deal with the Redstones, who has got himself out the shield. He will go down eventually, but so far they're just holding suppressive at this point. Staffen just trying to look for whatever he can, an entrance on through here, just going to get some damage out. Peps is only man out towards the defensive, or holding down the defensive line at the front. And Child of North going to be able to miss out a little bit here with his hooks, and they will once again take back control of the side here.
Yeah, we have got Toxic Waffle on the high ground at the moment, covering for pretty much all areas now. With regards to that, he is pretty close to ult. Hulk does pull him off the high ground. With regards to that, and they are making a good push with this this opportunity. Redstones did get, I believe it was Child of North. Oh, the tempo raise coming out from Long John there. And another tempo raise back from Simon.
Look at this, they're trying to get themselves back on through. Staven's still behind the Reinhardt of Redstones. He's just not even going to realise it. He's going to get a bit of damage in, no kills coming out, and they will try and hold themselves out the offensive line, but once again it will get reset, and he will just try and hold things back for another second here. Child of North going to get challenged on through. Here comes the boost. Redstone's going to pin him back, but I think he should go down. Indeed he should. And now Kim Jong-un will have to be taking the brunt of the damage here. We'll take down Terrican. And now it will try and reset back to the defensive side as they will hold down the payload for a few seconds more.
Another res to keep up the fight going. Although they do need to start making something of this. They have got a minute left. I mean, the ult economy is again in SilvaLife's side. In fact, no, coming up now, it's just flipped over to OG Blossy squad. Again, Kaneki only picking up one, not the quad kill he was probably hoping for like earlier on. Well, it is now the kill feed is going in favour of OG Blossy squad CC control from 7 with their ult, and they have made the second point. I think if they keep up the momentum and get the snowball going, we could possibly see them go 3-3, but they do only have 1:47 to play with on OG Blossy squad side, and they have burnt through all their ults to get that second point. Kim Jong-un and Long John coming up. Long John coming up with his ult in about 7%. Kim Jong-un does have the push off from his ult as well. Toxic Waffle also coming up with barrage soon as well. So again, ult economy going in SilvaLife side. I think we might see Redstones fall here with him diving so deep in enemy territory. Yeah, he does fall. Toxic Waffle has switched off the soldier and gone to Farah. Again, ult economy is in the side of SilvaLife. We only have Child of North and Simok again with Evan. Sorry, so it looks to be fairly even. It's just who uses their ult economy first, or who uses it more effectively, I should say. Possibly, if we could see a Evan come out with a attack visor boosted by the Mercy, could swing this in OG Blossy squad's favour. Again, Redstone is falling down to the hook from Child of North.
Oh, here comes a barrage coming in from Toxic Waffle. He's going to get none of it out on the board instead, but the defensive will still kind of work to his favour now. Here comes a res coming in from Simok, trying to keep them together for the push right here. Self-destruct sequence is going to go way too far ahead. He will still get to Staven. Going to take down Pepsi and Long John, and now they will just slowly push the payload forward and forward, trying to get themselves out. 10 seconds left on the clock, and here comes the Death Blossom from Kaneki. He's not going to connect it onto as many as he would have liked to have done. Does take down one, but now there's 3 players left standing to try and keep themselves together in this particular matchup to try and stop them from getting that 3rd point, to stop it from going into overtime. Here we go. Now it's going to be the defensive pushing them off the payload for a few more seconds, but Child of North will challenge on Kim Jong-un, and Kim Jong-un will take him down. Pepsi's in the fight as well, and Staven trying to get as much damage as he can on towards the ball. Will spot out several players from the red side. Overtime still, they're just holding this one down. Kim Jong-un is right in there. There comes a barrage from Megatech, and he will be able to take down one, but there's the defensive holding it down. It will be 2-3, and it will be to the favour of SilvaLife.
Very, very good fit. I think they got disturbed quite a bit in the hangar phase, but the hangar phase is probably one of the most difficult parts of Gibraltar to break through because of how tight the corners are and how choky it can be. But definitely a good performance from SilvaLife. I think Kaneki was hoping to get a bit more at the end with his Death Blossom, apart from just going to getting Megatech. But I think it was the barrier from Terrakin that pretty much saved the team. Because when Kaneki was blossoming, it was just all in the barrier, taking all that damage.
Well played. Well, first map will go to the favour of SilvaLife.
And 35.5k damage blocked by Redstones.
Epic.
Nicely done, of course.
27k done by Evan.
Oh, then there we are. First map done. We will now go to, I believe, Numbani. Is that correct?
I believe it was Numbani because I think Kings Row was the decider. Let's just looking at Numbani. Numbani is the next one. Kings Row will be the decider.
Okay, then hopefully we should get into this one very, very quickly. With any luck.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is with Numbani, it has multiple routes to get to the first point. You can either go around high, left and high, and take the high ground and then work your way onto the payload, or you can go around to the low left and take the payload from the low ground on the left side, or you can go straight up through main in the middle part with regards to taking the payload. So multiple options for the teams on this map.
Well, Numbani are point of contention for this next map.
It looks like we have Redstone, SilvaLife on the defense this time, and they are going. Looks like they possibly are going with Symmetra for the portal.
Yeah, it looks to be the case, but here we go. We do have our comps set up here, all for the most part here. Why don't you walk us through why these guys' picks and why they've gone for what they've gone for real quick?
I think by the looks of SilvaLife side, they are just going with the standard 2-2-2 with regards to holding the point. I mean, Symmetra probably wouldn't have been a bad choice. You know, if you can keep your turrets up and you can get out the damage, that portal can possibly be quite vital with you keeping hold of the first point on defense. I mean, it's quite a nice option to see. It looks with OG Blossy squad, who I believe are attacking first. They have gone for a slightly unique setup. I mean, Soldier, good DPS. McCree again, hit scan DPS. They're probably going to deal with, thinking Toxic Waffle is going to be bringing the Pharaoh, which we can see that he is, and they are probably just hard countering him. And they've probably going for the whole. I'm thinking they maybe wanting to go for the 900 barrier, constant barrier on here, but it's quite a unique setup from OG Blossy squad, and I would say SilvaLife have gone for, you know, quite your standard 2-2-2. Mercy again with for the tempo reses to keep the team fights going as long as possible. Stall out for time by the looks of it.
Here we are, first face coming out here. Megatech's going to do some damage, but Terrakin is the man who is taking point for the most part against the defensive side. Kaneki's also in the attack as well, but for the most part, Redstones is just doing good work to kind of hold them back for a few more minutes here. So far, unable to break the defensive, and they will try and go for the high ground push, but again, it's just not working out. Some good kill come in. Megatech's going to go down, and look at this. Redstone is going to go aggressive and try to see what else he can find. He will be able to get one kill, but other than that, so far, just suppression, and just so far, the attack side will not find anything.
Redstone's with a fire strike on Megatech there, and I think he must have been below half for the fire strike to tell us the fire strike does do 100 damage. So pretty definitely for switches. And Hulk come in from Terrakin, grabs them all together, but not able to make anything out of it as of yet. Terrakin does fall to Kaneki.
And look at this, the aggression coming in from Redstones once again. The Earthshatter comes out, will take down one, and now he's going to go see if he can take any more than that. He does actually push off the entire offensive angle and will completely disrupt their whole setup. So now it's going to reset back to the defense of the point. And I think that was a really good play coming out from Redstones.
Yeah, he did get 4 with regards to that, and did charge. I believe it was Kim Jong. Sorry, not Kim Jong Un. It was Staven on the Roadhog, and pin them away. And while then you've got Toxic Waffle coming in to clear up. I mean, we do have Tekken coming out with a damage boost on Orisa. But they are just staying out of field of view, so not allowing any of that damage or that ult to be worthwhile. We do see ult coming now going in favour of SilvaLife on here, with the sound barrier and the res from Pepsi and Long John.
Oh no, Redstones.
He
fell off the edge from Terrakin's push right there. Statement going to come in with one more into Kaneki as well. So now actually the advantage swings back to the favour of the attacking side. There is going to be a rocket barrage coming out from Toxic Waffle as well. We'll be able to take himself a double kill. Now he's going to try to see if he can push Evan off the point, and he will be able to do at least one. Evan's still in play though. Terrakin's gone down, and just like that, with a beautiful play, a quadra kill so far in that push, Toxic Waffle and Kim Jong-un clean the whole damn thing up.
Next is very, very solid hold from SilvaLife's side. I mean, I would like them to see them comboing more ults, like with regards to Redstones and Toxic Waffle. If Redstones was to get a good Earthshatter like he did at the start, and Toxic Waffle can fall out, that's near enough an entire team kill if they're all knocked out. But they are doing pretty solid for, like I said, with regards to the experience that SilvaLife have. They have got Kaneki taking on the Reinhardt and getting rid of him swiftly. And then we've got him now moving on to the Straven. Cleaning up. I believe we've got Kaneki, should change his name to Janitor or the cleanup crew, because he's just sweeping up here. That tempo raise, I don't think really going in the favour of what they wanted, because Reinhardt swinging wildly on to his Reaper, and Reaper picks up Child of North and Evan, and now is he going? Yes, he will take out the Ryan.
I think that was the last chance for them to find themselves a push on through. It doesn't look like there's going to be much more of a chance unless Steven and can get himself on towards the point here, but it's looking very unlikely. The defensive pretty much locked this one out. He will go in for one shot, and that's going to be all she wrote for that half. Round one goes to the favour of the defensive team.
That was, like I said, very good hold from, like I said, earlier, it seems to be SilvaLife do have gelled quite well together. I think it's just a bunch of friends who are playing for the love of the game, and they are gelling quite, by looks of it, quite well together with regards to it. I think they are picking heroes that they prefer. Kaneki seems to be the main DPS along with Toxic Waffle, and Redstone's primarily on the Reinhardt, and Kim Jong-un again primarily on Hug. So it just seems to be what they prefer at the end of the day, which could be working in their favor. I think on the side of OG Blossy squad, they are trying to counter, but it's not really working in their favor. I mean, Evan, who's been playing the DPS, and Cymark, who's been playing the support, have swapped roles. You see Evan's now working the Ana, and Cymark's working Soldier, so that'll be interesting to see. Child of North still on the Mercy, and Staven and Megatech's now gone from DPS and onto tank as well. Straven staying primarily on the off tank on their side. But I do like Kaneke's Reaper. His target focus is quite good. He's taking on the Ryan quite close range. Ryan can't really do anything as long as he's hitting those headshots, and Ryan will fall quickly.
Well, once again, high ground will be obtained. They are expecting them to come through straight directly from the highway area here on for the first push. I mean, last time we saw a lot of contention of that high ground sort of inside rather than outside. I'm not sure if it's maybe worth just going around the corner of the highway, trying to open yourself up to that many angles from the defensive side. But for last time, it wasn't really working that well in this matchup. So we'll see how they do. SilvaLife gonna go on the attacking side now. And look at this, they are actually gonna go head righting around right there. They are gonna have Redstone's challenging early on, but once again they will rotate and try and hold out and push from the inside area once again.
I mean, you have got Kaneki now on the McCree, so I'm assuming they're assuming the Farah is going to be a permanent member on OG Blossy squad side, but Kaneki does get taken out with the Helix rockets from Cymark on there. They possibly considering maybe swapping the hit scan to Soldier for more survivability. Yeah, he's swapped to the Soldier now for more survivability with the heals and help out with the heals on SilvaLife's side. They are going to make another push on the high ground. I think initially they're should be waiting for the Lucio here, but they are running a pharmacy combo on OG Blossy squad's side, which can be quite devastating and quite hard to deal with, especially if you don't take her out Mercy. We do see ult economy going in the favour of OG Blossy squad side, probably because of the SilvaLife not having the opportunity to make as much of an impact as what they have done to start off with, but it could possibly all change now with them making a move in on the payload.
Well, Kaneki going to get one man down for the defensive side. Will quick respawn, but the contention is still in right here. All they really need to do is take this point, and they're going to be able to win this entire series. Kaneki going to do some serious damage, and there it is.
Beautiful.
The defensive just pushed entirely off, and that's that.
I think it was that last that little push there, and it didn't seem like the defense needed to try to focus on keeping the payload contested, or I think I was viewing Kaneki's point of view. And I know there was there was only 2 kills on the side of OG Blossy squad, so maybe it was just a case of they just didn't see how close the contention was on the point.
Well, that means SilvaLife will progress, and they'll have to face off against, I believe it is Elysium Gaming in the next round of things. But yeah, that's a swift 2-0, but I think to the team that we really weren't expecting to go that far, honestly.
Yeah, like I said, I think with SilvaLife, I think kind of doubted themselves to start with regards to that. So it's quite good to see. It's probably a really good confidence boost for them as well on their side.
There we are. SilvaLife will take this as a 2-0 in the series, and we will go to a quick break and we'll have a look at our brackets. We've got our quarterfinals coming up here on the road to EG Extreme. Don't go anywhere. Be back in just a few.
Oh, no, 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 no!
Gaming doesn't have to be like this. Are those tears? You need a machine that can keep up with you. The new Omen X. All those hours of training are about to pay off. Don't rage quit. Get the Omen X. Dominate the game.